Hi there, and welcome to the Knife Nook. Let's see what we've got going on today.
All right, right out the nook we have my personal cold steel Voyager crisp blade tie light. Let's tell them a little something about it.
Okay, so obviously it's a cold steel Voyager with crisp blade. It's a triad lock knife, stone wash finish, my favorite. AUS 10A steel, Grivex handle, weight of 7.85 ounces. So it's still kind of weighty there, people. Probably because the blade is 5.5 inches. I mean, you're getting a nice piece of metal, but it's only single edge, hollow grind, however, with a handle length of 6.75.
All right, let's take a closer look at this. Oh yeah, we got that beautiful AUS 10 cold steel stone wash made in Taiwan in the crisp blade configuration. Really nice, single edge. This came with dual thumb studs. I put the snaggle tooth on it, but it came with the classic Voyager texturing Grivex handle, which is really nice for a big knife. It really does lighten up the knife, a large knife like this. Got some nice the jimping right there, none on the blade, but that snaggle tooth helps me really index my thumb there as a ramp. Got liners in there, metal liners on both sides. We got that lanyard hole, which is really nice because if you don't like the pocket clip, you find out it's too tight like I did, which originally this is what it came with. You could take that pocket clip off and just rock a lanyard and be done with it. But I had this is the one it came with. It was short, so it made it really stiff.
It's so tiny for such a big knife.
Yeah, and it made it really stiff. So I just found this cheap Chinese one off like some old frost coloring knife, and I was able to match two of the holes up, and it's a lot easier for me to manipulate in and out of the pocket without tearing my jeans up too much. And I put the thumb stud because I was going with that whole, hey, mall ninja type theme. Well, I had this, a tactile knife in mind, and I wanted to try this snaggle tooth out, but it does move back and forth ever so slightly on this. I just got to remember to tighten it up and to pull back and make sure that's resting on there. Here, let's see it in your hand real quick.
Yeah, because look at this. Look at how big this knife is. I mean, I do always like to point out that he and I have small hands, but mine are even smaller than his.
Yeah. So it's a collector's piece.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah, look at my hands. I got small hands. And
his hands are still bigger than mine. But,
yeah.
I mean, this is not. I love the crisp blade design. I really love that wavy blade shape, but this is not something I would ever carry. It's too big for me.
Yeah, and the practicality.
It's got the right weight for me, but because I do like a weightier knife, but yeah, it's too big.
The practicality of this. I mean, like I would probably take these this snaggle tooth off and actually just put back pocket right hand configuration, or leave the snaggle tooth on and try it that way. Other than because I had this in right front pocket configuration, so but now it literally just lives in my my bathrobe.
Walks around like Hugh Hefner with it in his robe.
It's great because you're getting out of the bathroom, you have nothing on, or in the middle of the night you have nothing on, and you just I grab my bathrobe here, see what's checking on the dogs outside, and other than my piss.
And he always has that.
And I always got this on me, and it gives me that sense of security that and I whip this out, and it's like it's right there, and I know this will get the job done if I need that. It's a nice sharp edge on it, nice weighty knife. Here's my Kris sword right here. One-handed sword. I put a kind of wrap. It's coming off hollow grind, and this is double-edged. Double-edged hollow grind all the way down. And speaking of that, let's talk about the combative side of these whole Kris blades. Not so much like the magical side about these knives, but
the spiritual
people
side.
think that today they're pretty unpractical to be carrying. But as a collector's piece, and let's talk about just actually what this type of damage, this type of configuration can do. When you're out there with this one-handed sword and you're thrusting, because any chopping, whether it's a straight knife or a curvy knife, it's still gonna create that same type of chop whether
Yeah,
like
the blade shape isn't really going to matter with a chop. But
Yeah.
when it comes to thrusting or slicing,
Yeah. So I'm thrusting this, right? And keep in mind, it's a one-handed sword, so I'm sure you're out there doing some type of martial arts technique or whatever with it, and you're pushing, and it's going to hit there. It's going to hit each belly on the way in. Boom, boom. And I'm just showing you guys on a piece of aloe. And on the pull out, you know, hold on, let's do another push. Boom, boom. And this is a downward push. It's going to hit there. It's going to hit there. And then on the pull out, it's going to hit there. It's going to hit there. Or you could, or if you're doing an upswept cut, like an upswept pull out cut, it's going to, I gotta flip the blade around because this thing is gonna hit there on that belly.
don't cut yourself.
No. And unlike, you know, a stiletto, which I mean still gonna create a puncture wound.
But it's going to be the same wound.
Like that. Boom.
Unless you move a straight edge blade around a lot, it's going to be the same wound track that you're going to follow and stitch up. But a knife like this is going to leave all of these little nicks and cuts and curves in you.
Yeah, it's going to be harder to stitch up.
Yep.
I mean, just boom, each belly. Wow. Yeah,
that was a little
so it's a little hard to do it. I was scaring myself on that one. But like I said, you're thrusting, and then you're pulling back. Whether it's a downwards pull and upwards pull, you guys get the drift there. And just think about this on like a stick, like a, you know,
as a spear,
like as a spear. Yeah, exactly. Or a long one-handed sword like that. And you're poking out there. You're getting more chances of being able to hit
damage your enemy.
Yes, with all those extra bellies on there. Anyway, if you guys like these Filipino style knives, which, you know, I like them, they're great collector pieces, and me being half Filipino, I'm just naturally drawn to these type of knives. And if you're into these type of knives, I got like crams, ballad songs, and more other Kris blades, some of the traditional ones. If you're into it, tune back in.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Hit like and subscribe.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.